different opinions. There's, if you play it, does it serve to kind of just alienate people who don't want to see that kind of violence, and is it unnecessary? Or approach two, which I believe in and I took a chance, is play the footage so you see the enemy we're staring in the face of and you understand, Clockwork Orange style, like what you're looking at. So we played it, and the videos are point blank range, high powered weapons. It's as brutal a terror attack as I've ever seen. People huddled up. You can see in the footage of the attack, they don't even know what to do because there's a terrorist. There's nowhere to go. They're up against a wall. And I'm sorry to describe it in not even that graphic detail, but to describe it at all. But you see the look in their faces. It ranges between horror and shock. Like, I can't believe this is happening to me, and these are the last seconds of my life. I want you to understand, someone who's interviewed a lot of these guys, been around this stuff, there's no reasoning with these animals. None. They're not human in the sense that they have a sense of empathy or right and wrong. You know what? When people ask me, well, why do they kill? And I answer quite simply, because they want to. Well, what do you mean they want to? Exactly what I said. They want to enjoy it. Killing, there's no obstacle morally to them taking your life in the most brutal way possible because they enjoy it. But the narrative out there now that this is an ISIS-driven attack, it may be true. But I have so little faith in the media institutions, folks. I have some questions. And the first one is this. Jim, if you would, play cut 2. So 2 weeks ago, John Kirby was given a press brief. And the subject of a Moscow terror attack, notice what I just said 2 weeks ago, came up in his briefing. And John Kirby said this, Jim.
Also seen, hopefully you saw our State Department or embassy there put out a notice to all Americans in Moscow to avoid any large gathering, concerts, obviously shopping malls, anything like that, just for their own safety. They should stay put where they are and stay plugged into the State Department for any additional updates and information. I'm afraid that's really all I have on that.
That was 2 weeks ago. Now let me throw another little fact at you, because we're going to do what the modern day journalists won't do. We're going to do this crazy thing where we're going to present a series of facts, and we're going to let you decide in the end what you think is true. You think this was just a pure ISIS attack, where a bunch of ISIS terrorists decided they were going to shoot up a concert hall in Russia? Could be. Could be. I have no evidence to the contrary that that's not the case, but I got me some questions, like, how did we get this intel 2 weeks ago about this? Because this also happened before the terror attack. Wall Street Journal. This was March 21st, before the attack happened. This article was out. Russians are growing tired of war. They know, but however inspired Russians are by Putin, the war's negative effects are becoming hard to ignore. Listen to this next line. Remember, we had intelligence about the attack, so this next line is important. In a new report, the Estonian Foreign Intelligence Service says Russians are suffering from war fatigue. The prevalent sentiment is weariness coupled with a desire to minimize the war's direct impact on themselves personally and those close to them. So, I have some questions. You should too. I'm not, listen, one thing I want to be clear about too, for as much as I dislike Biden, and believe me, you can't dislike, you can dislike him as much, but not more, because I'm at a level 100. The evidence they had that there was going to be an attack was obviously legitimate because there was an attack. Kirby said that 2 weeks ago, not after. But now we know that, quote, the Estonian Foreign Intelligence Service has apparently speaking to the media that Russians are suffering from war fatigue. This sounds kind of like more like a PR release than an intelligence service. Like, what is that, a poll or something? Putin involved in this? Or was Putin involved in it? Dan, you just said the same thing twice. No, I didn't. I'll tell you what I mean coming up next. Spring cleaning's upon us, but there's one meaningful box you don't want to throw away when cleaning out that closet. You know the box I'm talking about? The family's old videotapes and photos, all their memories. Now, with Legacy Box's spring cleaning sale, you can check digitizing your memories off your to-do list and protect those memories forever for only $9 a day. Simple, affordable, they thought of everything solution for digitally preserving your past. Send in your Legacy Box, an actual box, loaded with VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, pictures. Their team will professionally digitize everything by hand right here in the USA. You get it back in a thumb drive or cloud along with your originals. So I had all these old videos my dad took of my brother playing hockey in Queens, and we sent them, and now we've got it on this little thumb drive form, and those memories are preserved. Check protecting your memories off your spring cleaning to-do list with Legacy Box. Here's a website, legacybox.com/DanB. Shop their $9 tape. That's legacybox.com/DanB. Unlock